Week 6 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Chiefs and the 49ers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Mitchell, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their loop.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Thornton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one...
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yikes, terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there for KC. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that will be incomplete as well.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Thornton.
Come on, fellas.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Garoppolo's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he stopped immediately there. Chris Jones on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he works free. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
41's coming, 41's a mile.
Garoppolo. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. On the handoff, Sermon.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. They'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Nick Bolton. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Got you, boy.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
4 down. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Throwing now is Garoppolo.
He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Let's go.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
A fairly short kick from the 14, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Still fighting for more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. I got it.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked. Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Cook with a first down and much more. And all the way up to the 21-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton.
With the kind of game he's had so far.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for the last couple. So for Kyle Shanahan, he had it right, as the challenge is a good one.
And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo on 1st down. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a give right side. Mitchell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Single. Watch 89. Watch 89. Man, that's trash.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Running on 1st down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 44 yards.
And the Chiefs are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this moment. No, okay.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And this is gonna be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Hey, turn it up. Begin. Watch twist.
Cook. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And now Garoppolo lost the football, but an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo to the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Here we go, here we go. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off into 4th. They start the drive with Cook. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, Charles, it's